a, a review on the book Through Faith that was left as a YouTube comment on the audiobook posted on this channel for free. The book itself is available on Amazon at print cost and as a PDF for free at upwardthought.blogspot.com. This is by a man named Ranger. He writes, "On January 30th of last year, I recognized a deep yearning to understand faith. I wanted to have faith, but was stuck in life suffering because I couldn't even define it. So I began studying the subject. A subsequent journal entry on March 2nd reads, 'What is faith? I can't have more faith unless I know what it is.' I then read every entry in Scripture which included the word faith and compiled them into a list. I looked for patterns. I also reflected on my life, upon the occasions in which I felt I had shown faith. I began to build my model of understanding on the subject for a year. I'm ashamed to say that even after this process, I didn't arrive where I wanted to. Though I could usually identify it when I saw it, and I could usually admit to myself whether I was being faithful or not, I still had no good definition. And this definition was the very crucial piece I still longed for after a year of effort, but could not produce on my own. Then I found this book. I can honestly say that Through Faith is the most valuable book I have both read and understood in my life. Not only did the author give me the needed understanding to formulate the definition I sought, but also a delightfully clear breakdown of how faith operates, what the components of faith are, a clear guideline on how to develop more of it and know with certainty whether or not I am doing so, a host of informative examples from Scripture explained so plainly that I could not misunderstand, and a treasure trove of clarity which easily broke apart all of my previous misconceptions, which misconceptions had prevented me from understanding on my own in the first place. People will likely lambast me for this statement, but I esteem this book as equally valuable and useful to my life as the Bible, the Book of Mormon, and other books of Scripture are, because without this book, I would still be incapable of extracting the value from the Scriptures. In this way, Through Faith epitomizes what the Scriptures would call a key. It has proven to be the most prominent fulfillment to a deep longing that I've received in a long time. It was an answer to my conscious prayers which I didn't realize I was asking, and prayers which I did not have the capacity to even formulate before, but am now equipped to. Most remarkable about this book is how the author reveals the true concept of faith as divorced from its traditional, overtly religious, nonsensical, and thus unappealing explanations. And in so doing, he grounds the principle of faith in the real world of cause and effect, thus demonstrating its irrefutable value to all people, including, perhaps especially, atheists. I would enthusiastically recommend this book to any person in any circumstance. This soaring review might read like hype talk from a zealous fan, but it's not hyperbole. I believe that when the human story comes to a close, this book will have emerged as one of the most influential parts of it. My personal definition of faith is made possible by this book. Faith, noun, the process or mechanism by which a person obtains a desired outcome existing outside of their current understanding of reality by successfully navigating beyond the limits of such in which navigation is the unavoidable precondition for obtaining that outcome. If you haven't read the book, I hope you do, and I hope that Ranger's thoughts on the book help you make that choice.